I can already feel the hate coming on this one, but I think the Pixel 3 is the only Android phone you should buy. Okay, so that is a very bold statement, but there's really 3 reasons why I think this, and I think they're very important. Of course, there are very many options out there for phones that you could buy, ones that have a lot more features than what you get on the Pixel 3, but I don't think any of them do it better. So the first reason is just the hardware. When the Pixel first came out with that first generation, I didn't really love it. I thought it was an interesting design, but it felt very much like Google's first phone. But with the Pixel 3, it doesn't feel like that at all. It feels very polished, it feels solid. There are issues, it's not perfect, like having those scratches on the back. But as a design language and as a product overall, I think it looks great, it feels great, and it packs pretty much every feature that you would really want. You have IP68 water and dust resistance, you have wireless charging, you have Snapdragon 845, which is in pretty much every phone this year. You have 4 gigs of RAM, which is on the lower end, but so far in my use has been plenty. You have front-facing speakers. Pretty much the only thing it doesn't have is expandable storage. So hardware-wise, I'm not saying that it's any better than other phones, I'm just saying it's not worse. And on this 3rd iteration, Google finally, I think, got it right. Okay, so second is a big one, and it's the software. It's running Android, and it's made by Google. And that means it's always going to be up to date, at least for the next couple years. This is something that you really rarely see on other phones. You'll maybe get an update, and if you do, it's probably going to be very late compared to when the actual update from Google comes. In the comments, you're always seeing people complain about value, paying this amount of money for this amount of features. But you know what's really important? Having a phone that works really well more than a year and a half from now. And the Google Pixel is most likely going to do that. Now that's not to say that the software is perfect, because let me tell you, it's not. I've had a few weird things. I've had the menu bar float over the app drawer. I've had that really annoying issue where photos won't save. That's not cool at all. But I know I'm going to get an update on the software side. Is it going to fix those issues? I have no idea, but I know I'm going to get an update at some point. And that's just something you can't say for a lot of Android phones out there. And I just don't really understand why this isn't a bigger deal, but I think it's a huge thing, and it's one major reason to get the Pixel 3. The third thing is pretty obvious, and that's the camera. There's a ton of awesome cameras in the Android world right now, but there's pretty much no doubt that the Pixel does it the best. Now, it's not perfect. I do wish that there was a second camera on the back for actual optical zoom. I wish video looked a little bit better because it's not cutting it. But what it does have is the absolute best front-facing camera that you can get on any phone right now. It has some of the best processing that you're gonna find on any phone. When it comes to processing, of course, a lot of that is personal preference, but there's like no debate that if you pick up the Pixel and you take a photo, most of the time it's gonna look pretty good. And I think those 3 points really hit everything you're looking for in a phone. You have good hardware that pretty much has every feature you would want. You have good software that, while it's definitely not perfect, at least you're going to see updates to it. And you have an excellent, excellent camera. Pair that with the starting price of $800, which, while more expensive than last year, granted, it's not as much as a lot of flagships this year. That's not to say that if you bought a different phone and you're loving it, that you're wrong. No, if you like your phone, go enjoy it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking for a phone right now, start with the Pixel 3. I'm really loving mine. So what do you think? Am I crazy, or do you kind of agree? Let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to hear that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can see when new videos like this are out. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'm Matt, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya.